Once you've created a form, you're now going to want to add some users to that form. And the easiest way to do that is to create a group, add the users to that group, and then attach the group to your form. So the first step is to create a group. And you can do that by selecting groups from the left-hand menu here, and then select create group, give it a name. I'm going to call it Rob's Test Group. You can attach it to a parent group, or you can change the owner, but in this case I'm just going to leave it as myself and select save. This will now open your group page and your member list, and you'll see that no members have been assigned. And if the users have already been added to the system, you can actually assign them right from here using bulk assign members. But because the users I'm going to add today have not been added to the system, I need to do that first. And I do that by selecting users on the left-hand menu. And this will show you a list of users. And you can do one of two things. You can either add users one at a time, or you can do a bulk import. To do one at a time, select add user. You want to select the type of account. So if they have a local account, if you select local account, they will be sent a password, and that username and password will be authenticated against this website. If you want to do a remote account, they only need an email address to log in. I'm going to leave it as a local account. I'm going to add myself here. And I'm going to add my email address. And you can select a role here. If the user that you're adding to the system is one that you want to have editing rights to the forms, then you will select that role from here. Because this is going to be a student, I only want this person to use the forms themselves, to fill in the forms. I'm going to leave the roles section blank. So once you've entered their name and email address, you want to attach them to the group by selecting Rob's Test Group and select Save. Now you'll notice that this user, you'll get an error if the user is already in the system. My name is already in this system, so what this tells you is that it will not allow you to add the same user twice. To add more than one user to the system at a time, you want to use bulk import. So we'll select that. And the Form Squared system will allow you to upload a CSV file full of names and email addresses to allow you to upload a number of users to the system at once. You've got the same option here, type of account, local or remote account. I'm going to stick with local, and I'm going to create a CSV file in Excel. Now, in Form Squared, it's going to look for a file that has these two headings, name and email, at the very top. If you don't have these two headers, the Form Squared system will reject the document. Then once you've got those headers, you want to put the names down the first column and their email addresses down the email column. You can have as many here as you like. And when you go to save this document, save as, you want to be sure that the format is the comma-separated values format, not the Excel format. And when you've selected the comma-separated values from the format drop-down, it will add .csv to the end of your document name. And that's what you want. So you want to save that. And then when you go back to your bulk import page, you want to choose that file that you just created, names.csv, select open, and then you want to attach them to the group that you created, which is Rob's Test Group. So we'll select that and select import. Now these users have been uploaded to the system and they've been added to your group. So if you go down here, the two we had were Jill Bradley and Joe Blogs, and you'll see that they've both been added to Rob's Test Group. Now all you need to do is attach that group to your form. If you forgot to select the group when you added these users to the system, you can do that here by selecting the users that you like and then going to groups and then you can add them to Rob's test group this way. But because we've already done that, I'll show you how to now attach this group to your form and to make it ready for distribution. So we'll go back to Forms, and if you remember, the form that we created in the first video was called Images. We'll select that, and we'll go to Distribution, and you'll see Groups, Assign Groups, select Rob's test group, and Assign. Now when you publish this form, it will be sent to all the students in that group, and they'll be able to complete the form either via the app or via this website.